Your mouth sometimes, Brian, can be very small and very tiny and very quiet because you like to be truthful, right? I want you to do me a favor now, and I want you to say your monologue. I want you to say it for no other reason except to say it very clearly and very loudly and very fast so that your mouth gets used to over-pronouncing every single word.
You want me to do it like that?
No, I want you to do it better than that. 1, 2, 3, go!
Shit, all right. Well, basically, when I first met her, she had a lot of problems. She thought she was stupid, fat, ugly. So for 2.5 years, I was all right at first.
It's too honest. It's too...
I was all right at first.
Do it. Louder, louder.
I was all right at first.
More
the poison hadn't really
voice.
sunk in yet. I got myself a huge meal at this Chinese place, just me and a newspaper, but it wasn't enough, though. I was feeling violent that night.
Make a fool of yourself. You'll never be a great actor if you can't make a fool of yourself.
I see that I was simply making use of you. And I ask you to forgive me.
There you go.
Scene.
What we saw was a woman, not a sweet, demure, smiling, charming, pretty girl. We saw a woman. And we saw an actress who we could imagine will go on acting for the next 30 or 40 years of her life. Not somebody who will come and go on her looks or her youth or her charm or her beauty. And you want to be a great actress, don't you?
Of course I do.
Yeah. You don't want to last for 5 seconds or 5 minutes or even 3 years. You want to be acting when you're my age. And you want to be playing roles that show your womanhood and show the dimension and the anger inside you.
I don't know what to do.
You want to use everything you are to become a great actress, not just to take advantage of, the cookie-cutter world we live in and the things that actors are asked to be. They'll just use you up and spit you out, honey.
I watched the fight over at the Full Moon Saloon because when I'm sad, I like to surround myself with the poor. I don't know why. And when Tyson went down, this old black hag behind me, he started screaming, "It was her that did it to him. It was that bitch Robin Given. She did it to him." And I'm thinking, oh, yeah. That bitch, she did it to me. It was a fucking mess. I started putting away more drinks.
Well, it's nice. It's nice. And who the fuck gives a shit about nice? You want to be an actor, you have to be dangerous in some way. You have to cause us not to want to look away from you.
I guess I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, it's written in a sort of casual sort of speak. I don't want to overdo it. I don't know.
The greatest test of an actor is not a crying scene and not an angry scene. Because anybody can do this, and anybody can do this. It's crap. Too many actors scream, too many actors cry, too many actors rant and rave, and they get Academy Awards for it. It's crap. The real test of an actor is to take a scene like this and thrill us. This is the real test for you. This. Okay? One of the dangers, in doing a scene in which two people have just had sex is if the two people doing it have had sex. What? If you have a sex scene to do with somebody, sometimes it's not such a good idea to have sex with them in advance of the scene. Is there anything you two want to share with us?
I mean, we were, it's just, I know that, Brian's kind of new in the class, and he thought it would be a good idea.
It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me only is that in playing a scene like this, in playing a scene that has got a sexual tension in it, just as a general rule, everybody, it's better to keep it in your pants until after the scene. I'm just speaking generally, Brian.
Sarah, when you told me that it was over, I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't accept it.
Oh, Keith, I was so confused. When Patrick told me he loved me, I was torn.
Patrick, no, he never loved you. Patrick, he loved Patrick. I loved you.
Can I just give you one note?
Yeah, please,
I
bring
think
it.
that he's probably a little bit more passionate with her.
Okay.
Is that a weird thing to say? Is
No,
that weird?
No, that's a great note.
Okay.
That's a great note.
He's just a little passionate, but at the same time, he's got to be aggressive. But he's
Okay.
not so aggressive that he gets confused as to his passion with the character.
Okay.
In other words, play it so that you're in love with me, but you don't want me to know that, but I have to know it. Okay?
Play it.
Is that clear? Does that make sense?
Play it. Yeah.
So he's passionate without showing it, but I've got to know, I've got to see the passion.
You got to see the passion, but I
Right.
can't show you the
Right,
passion.
because if I know, then that gives the whole thing away. All right? Because he's a very passionate, I mean, have you ever been to Santa Cruz before?
No.
Okay, it's a very passionate place.
Okay.
There's like...
There's no right in acting. Don't think that you have to find a way to do a scene and nail it, and that's the way to do it, and never change. Your job as an actress for the rest of your life is to take this privileged craft, this is a noble profession, and hone and change and fix. The way Degas does a stroke in a dancer. You know, you see 50, how many thousands of those paintings that Degas does, they're all of the same thing. They're all of ballerinas, but every single one of them is a variation on the same theme of great artistry.
Ready, action. Where were you last night? I called you 20 times. Then I came over to your house. You never pounded on the door? You know my credit.
In about 20 minutes, you're going to look like this. Because 20 minutes ago, I looked like you. And 50 years has gone by in a shot. And it's going to happen to you.
They left already? Yeah, I'm pretty observant. I noticed that no one was here.
Please
so therefore...
shut up.
Go. No pause.
Okay, first of all, this has nothing to do with you, and I'm not taking anything out on you.
Clearly.
Start again. Just move it along. Don't even think about it.
Pretty observant. I noticed that no one was here, so therefore I
Please
figured...
shut up.
Okay.
Loud, fast. I don't care about acting. I don't care about meaning. Go.
Charlie is an 8-year-old boy whose parents are going through a divorce right now. Do you not understand how difficult that is?
You are not going through a divorce, goddammit. You are divorced. 3 years.
Be actors. Come on, be actors. Don't just be people. However good it may feel to both of you, it's boring. Why did you guys choose this scene?
We thought maybe it would be something fun to do in class.
Well, it wasn't. Any two people couldn't get up and do what you guys just did. There's no point of view, no choice, no decisions made, nothing. But what you got across was just a kind of lackadaisical, pointless, nice, masturbatory exercise, which was at times angering in its self-indulgence and in its personal relationship between the two of you. Acting is not hanging out, being nice and cozy with each other. You two seem to be very cozy with each other. It's not your job to go to each other's apartments and have a nice time. It's your job to be artists. But you know what? We're going to go on with our lives. You're the losers. You're letting yourselves down, not us. If you're a theater actor, you tend to think you are the creme de la creme. And you tend to look down on movie stars, movie actors. If you're a movie actor, you tend to think that television actors are low in the rung. If you're a television actor, you say to yourself, well, at least I'm not doing commercials. A lot of the plays I see are not very good. A lot of the films I see are not very good. So what you want to do is, you want to somehow find a way that you can have a small percentage of your work be something that you're truly proud of. The ideal world, of course, would be that the percentage is as high as it gets, but you're not going to get that a lot. You just have to do the thing you're doing with conviction and focus, whether you're starring in Hamlet or whether you're doing an okay sitcom. One of the things an actor should never do to any other actor is put him down in the way the rest of the profession does.
There's no one here.
Nobody.
No. Nobody's here. Everyone left. Do we still go on?
I don't know.
Someone just got here. ridiculous. There's only one person outside.
We have to do it.
Are you sure?
Michelle must go.
Right.
Dignity.
Okay.
Or however grasshoppers
fast,
do it.
loud,
I looked at your face.
Start again. Nobody's stopping you. Go. Go.
I'm not sure, Edward, that I understand you.
More. Be unpretty.
I'm not sure, Edward, that I understand
I'm not
you.
sure,
I'm
Edward.
not sure,
Big
Edward, that I
voice.
understand you, and yet I understand as I never have before.
Go.
I looked at your face and thought that I knew and loved every contour, but as I looked, it withered as if I had unwrapped a mummy.
Stand up. Yell it.
Okay.
Scream it. I'm not sure, Edward, that I understand you.
I'm not sure,
Give
Edward,
it to
that I
me. Give it to
understand
me.
you, and yet I understand as I never have before.
More.
I looked and listened for the sound of your heart, your soul, and all I found was,
If you want to be an actor, you want to be an actor because it wakes you up at 2 o'clock in the morning and burns inside your soul in some way that I don't mean to be highfalutin or grand or theatrical.
We're in this pilot, Blind Dancer, Alan Arkush directed.
Yeah.
Starring John Lovitz.
Yeah, you heard of it?
Yeah, I cast it.
Oh.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember casting you.
Well, I wasn't casted in it. I was it's kind of like an extra, but the director, when I was on set, they gave me a line, so I figured I'd put it on, you know.
Okay, so you were upgraded.
Yeah, I was upgraded.
So you weren't really a co-star.
Wasn't that what was it? When you have a line, aren't you a co-star?
I want you to treasure the moment of the phone call. I want you to treasure what happens when the phone rings and your agent says, "You got the job." It's a really golden time, and it doesn't last for very long.
One Tree Hill! Okay, you can afford 3 hookers.
Really love and appreciate the moment when somebody calls you and says, "It's yours." That's a very joyous, brief period of time.
Oh my God.